everybody. Did that work? Yes, it looks like that worked. Cool. How is everybody's day going? Make sure I keep my iPad awake. What's it at charge-wise before I switch screens? 63%. I might unplug it, guys. I think I might just do that. We'll just I'll have to keep an eye on it. It may have to plug it in at some point. But like my desk space is a little bit crowded at the moment. So I'd like to move it over here. Hi Dragon, hi Nomi. Can I get a shout out for Nomi, please, mods, when you have a moment? If not, I can do it myself, but figured to ask first. Thank you, Dragon. Let's see. We'll go ahead and switch to art screen. That's going to be a second. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I did manage to forget to turn on the live light. Yes, if you aren't following Nomi, they are very new to streaming, and I'm sure would appreciate the follows. See, Lucy agrees with me. Lucy agrees. Oh, I want to turn my butterfly lights on as well because I enjoy them and I don't get to... That's not... Alright, who's been playing with my butterfly lights? That's not the setting I left them on. I think I just want them on. Which one's... That's the strobe lights. That's the other strobe lights. Where is just on? That's twinkly lights. It's different kind of twinkly lights. Classic Christmas. Strobe. Is that just on? Okay. It's like, there's a bunch of modes. I'll have to do a video of it at some point. There's a bunch of modes that are just different ways of flashing a bunch. And then there's on. There's like, there's a lot of fast flashes. I wish there was a couple more slow variations. I like the twinkly lights, but it's too fast. My brain is just like, ow. It hurts. So, let me... Which layer am I on? Am I going to do the thing? I might do the thing. So, I have started separating out some parts of the sketch just so that I can, like, do things to certain parts without messing with other parts. So, like, both hands are currently on separate layers. All of the hairs on a separate layer because I went and completely redid that. Hold on a second, I need to put this in do not disturb mode so I don't get any random notifications. Do not disturb, please. Thank you. But I have to be careful and not do that without covering it up. Okay. So I should check and make sure that notification wasn't anything important. Oh, I did that and I put my phone on Do Not Disturb as well. That's great. I love that for me. It doesn't look like I got a text, so it's probably fine. It's probably just Twitch telling me I can monitor my stream from the mobile dashboard. That's probably all it was. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear the children in the background, but there are children in the background. And they should know I'm streaming, so they need to be quieter, but, you know, there's 4 of them, so. Just by talking in general, they are loud. Okay, so I think I kind of want to move the arm onto its own layer as well. So what I've been doing for that, I drop the main layer down, opacity, and then start working on it. So, because like, the placement of everything is where I want it to be now, and I think the general vibe. The thing is, if I were just to color this arm, it would not make any sense. So I have, let me see if there's a different, this makes more sense. I have grabbed out an old and trusty book that honestly I need to go through again. Now that I actually like, I'm trying to draw, well, I mean, My parents bought it for me. They bought it for me, and they're like, "This is your Christmas gift." But it's also like a Christmas. It was my book gift, but it was also kind of a school gift. It's one of those. So I was like, "This is cool. This is awesome," but also school. It is the DC Comics Guide to Penciling Comics by Klaus Janson. It's really cool, but as a perfect, just what I needed, I think. You make the arms look like actual arms. That's probably the closest I'm gonna get to the. But I think I'm gonna put. How am I gonna do this? I can't really fold to this book is the problem. But it being on like the other side of me is a little bit annoying. See if I do this, was it better? Oh yeah, no, that's better. Okay. Just gotta rearrange the desk. I gotta figure out where to put the book and the iPad because I want it to be where I can see it easy. I have eraser gunk all over this page. Goodness. Yeah, I want to use my art books more because I've also got either 2 or 3 Marvel how to do this. I think it's how to do penciling and inking drawing of comics from Marvel as well. Which I need to honestly sit down and just absorb it all again. So, because now that I'm actually like, okay, hold on one second. I can't think with this amount of. Yeah. Okay, what was I saying? Oh, right. Now that I wouldn't say I'm more drawing more seriously, but I kind of am. But yeah, this arm needs help. It was just a rough sketch. That doesn't help it though. So let's just do. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of grab what I've already done shape-wise, and then remove it from the layer below first. So that way, kind of have the general gist. So we're gonna do that. Because then when I do this, as I'm adjusting, I don't have to redraw. Which layer is this? I don't have to redraw like all the bits of the shirts and the ring and all the other things over and over again. Oh no, nobody tried to catch the Pokemon. Yeah, honestly, I got so stuck when I did this to begin with. Hi, Messi! Which was, how long ago did I start this project? I don't know how long ago it was. It was a few weeks, give or take. It would have been 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 2? Because it was the last time I had D&D was when I started sketching it. Well, last time I had D&D, my Tuesday D&D. That's when I did the original sketch, and I was like, yay, I started it, I'm going to finish it this week. And then I got stuck because I didn't like how I couldn't figure out what it was, but there was something about it that bothered me. I've now figured out what it was. But I didn't know what it was at the time, and I was like, I don't know why I bothered. And I was stuck. Figured it out. The face was very much not right. The hair was not right. And once I fixed that yesterday, I was like, oh, okay, now I can do this. But then, by the time I'd fixed that, basically, where is that mess on? Which layer is it on? Is it on the background layer? Okay. That background layer is allowed to be messy for now. Ooh. You lost your 300,000 chocolate bars. Oh no. I had to like count the zeros there for a second. That's why it took me a minute. Okay, so see, the problem with this is reference images are from the side and the front and the back. Oh no, wait, front. No, that's back. Doesn't help me because it's side. It doesn't help me as much as it could because it's at an angle. Side of the arm is, if I had to guess, center of the side of the arm is like here. So I'm gonna do my best, but I also will tell you right now, this is not gonna be atomically correct, and that's okay. I want it to look enough atomically correct that it doesn't look bad. It doesn't just look like sausage arms. Which, mind you, if that's what you want to do with your art, that's fine. But I'm trying not to do that here. Because normally, see, this is one of the reasons I don't do characters that don't have sleeves, because when you have sleeves and shoulder pieces, it's a little easier to get away with skewing the anatomy of the arm. Just a little bit. Just add a puffy sleeve. Nobody would know. How would they know? Right? When in doubt, add shoulder pads. Always. Granted. I also think shoulder pads are cool, but they also make shoulders easier to draw. Okay, so then we see the arm isn't that big though. So I think that's a little big for the arm. Try to do the other problem here. The arms might be too big. So what if we did a curve? What a little higher. Okay, let's try that. Perspective is also my problem here, because this arm is definitely coming towards the, like if you're looking at it, like it's the hand is closer to you than the shoulder, obviously, which skews how. Okay. So all scenarios, it's a little bit indented. Just a little bit. And at the bit, so it would be here? I know you guys can't see it, but trying to, no, that's not right. Center of elbow. Wait. If you're holding your hand like this, elbow, that would be here. You can't see me, it's fine. I'm thinking, so that would be, so it would be slightly different than that. Twist. See, the other thing is twisted. What am I supposed to do to twisted arm? Okay, maybe that means this needs to be a little higher. No, leave that alone for a second. So, inside of elbows there. Maybe I just need to start doing that, but... Right. That side elbow. Here. Give or take. So I think elbow. The arm is a little too much, but just kind of like this. That might be a little much. Ooh, does it have a... Not quite right. I have a better... Nope, not that much. Other thing is, one of the kind of principles that the book kind of talks about is when you're doing like superhero comics, what was the way at first? I might be able to find it, but not quickly. But basically, like the majority of superheroes are really buff. Is basically the gist of it. And like you can draw them normal, but normally you want to not draw them normal. Basically was suggestive what person is saying, because heroes are the extreme versions of things, right? In the case of comic book heroes anyway. So that means all of this is super buff, and then I'm just like, yeah, this is not. Oh, that's not where I want to go. Not super buff, but also not sausage arm. That's gonna be a balance. It's already looking better. But yeah. I will say, of the things that are pain, arms are not the worst part to draw. I think we all, you know what, actually, I mean, Dragon and Mouse, you probably know this already, but what do you guys think is like my least favorite part of characters to draw? Take a guess. Some of you will guess it right, probably. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's one of the hardest things to draw. Normally, most people find it that way. So I do think a little bit of a curve here is good, but not that much, because a little bit too much. What is my least favorite part of the character to draw? Not this character specifically, but just in general. I said I have a feeling you and Mousy would be able to guess quite quickly, because I complained about it quite a bit recently. The finished product. Face or hands? Well, yeah, okay, the finished product, this is true. Yeah. Okay, no, that's too much. Face or hands? I would definitely say hands. Because, oh, well, texturing. Oh, no, I didn't mean the texturing. I meant draw on it. The thing is, like, I complained about the texturing, and I procrastinated on the texturing. But it's not the part that just is, like, something I cannot just sit down and do. If that makes sense? It's definitely the hands. Because I would say, it's like, yeah, I don't like I procrastinate on texturing all the time. We all know this. I procrastinate on lots of things, surprisingly. Not surprising, guys. But the hands are the one that I don't think I have ever, and I mean ever, drawn a hand correctly in any way, shape, or form the first time, second time, or sometimes even the third time. And without at least 2 different, like, poses. Like, I will try 2 or 3 different poses before I finalize on the one that I can actually get to look okay. I will say, like, even on this one, this hand, this hand, I actually, like, I was happy with it second try, I think it was. It's a little easier. This one, I'm still not sure I'm happy with. I need to refine the lines, which is part of the problem. See, they're fuzzy because I drew it from the reference image I had, and then I made it bigger, which makes it blurry. But hands drive me crazy. Now, granted, they're not the ones I used to cover up with fog. Also been known to just put fog on the floor in front of my character so that I didn't have to draw feet or shoes. Been known to do that consistently. But not necessarily recently. Well, I mean, ignoring this example. Every once in a while there. Which I do want to take that sketch and redo it again, slightly differently, but someday. Because this is not actually how it went down. For one, there was only me and one other person in this battle. In the end, well, okay, 2 other people, and the other one person's familiar? What is the Rangers' minions called? Are they just called minions? I guess? I don't know. But the thing is, minion feels impersonal. Companion? Companion, yeah. It's like, it's not a familiar, because that's different. That's more arcane. Well, I mean, it's not that it's not magic, but it's more arcane, magic-y vibes. Yeah. But the ranger didn't show up until partway through the battle, so it was just me, and I still don't know his character class. It was me and one of the other tank characters. It was when we were in the no magic field. That's just why I was just like, my character will just be standing there with the dagger because that's all I've got. Artificer? No. Honestly, trying to think. The problem is I'm not sure how much of the character is homebrew. Like how much of like the character backstory is not related to the class. So, as a patron of sorts, got the impression it wasn't by choice though. Could be barbarian? Maybe? Or I'd have to grab my player's handbook and look, but definitely a melee, definitely a melee, like, combat thing, but character is anti-magic, so no magic. So I'm assuming the class doesn't have any magic to it. Well, relatively speaking. As much as any class doesn't have magic to it. Saying that, my rogue doesn't really have magic, so. Yet. She will get a couple things eventually, I have a feeling. If for no other reason than, she's hanging out with a bunch of magic users, so. She's bound to end up finding something that she's like, I want to figure that one out. Yeah, it was an interesting fight, and it was fine though in the end because, like I said, I think I've told the story already once or twice. It was only for the first, I want to say 2 rounds of combat that the magic. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. That the anti-magic field was up. And once that was down, my character was like, oh, okay, I can do things now. Reminds you have stuff to prep for Saturday. You completely forgot. Oh no! Well, I'm glad I reminded you now. Yeah, it's an off week for D&D, but then it is D&D week because we skipped last week. Yeah. It's interesting because I was like, I had this thought of like, oh well, now my D&Ds are out of sync because it was, and now it still is, ironically. The Tuesday I had my IRL session, and then we have the virtual session on Saturday, and then I wait a week. But because we the virtual session had moved a week forward, and then the same week we also skipped IRL session, and then since that group alternates between campaigns every Tuesday, I just assumed yesterday half of the group assumed yesterday they were just going to do the other campaign. But on Monday, questions were asked, and the group decided that they wanted to do the campaign I'm in yesterday. I was like, oh, I thought they were going to get out of sync, but they did not get out of sync. You know what? I'm not upset by it, but it was kind of funny because it was just one of those moments. It's just like, huh, that did not go the way I expected it to go. Like, I was figuring I was gonna have D&D on Saturday and then D&D the Tuesday right after, and it would have been a lot longer without D&D as well, just because of like how it would have, time-wise, it would have just been like 3 or 4 weeks without D&D. It felt like it's forever. What am I supposed to do? It was so long between the two sessions, even with like it not being actually that long, that everybody basically forgot what we were doing and where we were going. Even the DM a little bit. Well, I don't know if he forgot entirely, but there was I was like, oh yeah, by the way, such the whatchamacallit, I'm not gonna say what it was, but like there was a character that was there that was, they were almost in the middle of something. Basically, I was like, they were just like, oh yeah, this is the plan, blah blah blah, blah. And I'm like, such and such's character was talking to this NPC about the thing. We can't just the conversation needs to finish. I think the DM remembered, but it was just like people were going off the rails. We go off the rails a lot. Quite a bit. There was like a whole 2-minute Pokemon discussion. At one point, like, the rails were gone. The rails were... Yep. Well, I will say it was my favorite thing that happened. And I think it probably was my character's favorite thing that happened. So she didn't do that much this session. She just basically sat around. Because it was the pre-battle, get everything you need day, and she was like, I looked at her sheet and I was like, okay, does she need anything? Like, she doesn't need anything. She doesn't have the money to buy much of anything anyway. Like, she has 92 gold, but she doesn't need anything. She has no reason to go do any training or hang out with anybody, really. So she was just vibing outside of the strategic conversation with the person, because we're splitting up. Typically, like you by design of the DM, we are splitting up. And I say it that way because we have 4 towers. We have to turn off 4 different things at the same time. Therefore, it's not our fault that we have to split up. So we're splitting up, and we went over spells, what I have and what I don't have, and things we could do. We've got a plan. It's gonna be fun. I have a feeling I'm gonna end up using my backup spell. But that's okay. It is a perfectly okay. Because I want to use it. Because it's gonna be fun. But there was this moment, I don't know, one of the NPCs was being slightly a jerk to the other character that I teamed up with. Basically, I don't know the context of the dragons aren't real discussion that they were having. I don't know the context, so I can't explain that one. But it was kind of just this amusing moment because, if you don't know, my character in that campaign is an illusionary wizard. And so there was a moment just like, I have an opportunity here. If we weren't heading into battle, she would 100% have summoned an illusion right then and there. Well, they weren't trying to be subtle and then heading into battle. But it was also this moment, like I said, when she mentioned the fact that like these things aren't real, and like whatever, Asteria would have gotten this a very mischievous look on her face, smile on her face, because she's like, oh, you don't like things like that aren't real? Ooh, well. Wait till you see what I can do. You are not gonna like me. And that's okay, I like scaring. That was her vibe. Red was just like, oh, you don't like illusions? Well, funny story. You don't like magical things that aren't real, and you think they can't hurt you. Well, shall I introduce you to a friend? Friend aka a spell, but I really want to get I think it's the major illusion. I want to get the illusionary spell. I think it's either that or major yeah, I can't say it. Hold on. If I'm reading it, maybe I could do it. Get the spell book out. Where is it? I don't think it's prestidigitation. But, or is it... Oh, what's the other one? I'm flipping through my book being like, okay, where... Or is it Major Phantasmal Force? One of them... It might be the higher level, like, version of Phantasmal Force. Because Phantasmal Force convinces the target that the phantom is the reality, and they can't take damage. But there is one that, like, can actually do more than just take give damage and stuff. Is basically real if it... Well, not basically real. It appears completely real in every way possible to the target. To targets, I think. Which, like, she would... She wants that spell. She's working on that spell. But she still has a prestidigitation. You can feel like hot or cold and stuff like that. So like, she 100% will use that at some point to troll someone. Oh. She is going to do it. She just isn't, I think, at the point where she feels comfortable enough to do that. And the reason I say that is because if you think about it, she's known these people for... Has it been like 5 days now? Not very long. Yeah, she's known these people for 5 days. And she's like, oh yeah, you want to assassinate the local ruling leader? Let's go, have fun. She's not normal.
Hello there.
Hi, doll. She's not the normal bean. That was a given though. But yeah, she doesn't know them well enough to know which ones she could theoretically. Why is that doing that? That's weird. Which ones she could essentially tease without getting someone actually angry just yet. So, like, as a player, I know a little bit more, but I have a feeling I know there's one person she's definitely not gonna pester. She's like, yeah, the guy that doesn't like magic. Let's pester him with magic. Yeah, no. Yeah. She doesn't like him. Because he's been nothing but a jerk. But he's also not gonna push his buttons. She'll sass him all day long, though. Has and will continue to sass. Always. That's honestly one of my favorite parts because, like, I don't think I've done this as much in the other campaign I play again. Asteria is much more of a sassy character. she's also a bit of a know-it-all sometimes, but just the witty comebacks were just like, you know what? When I'm playing D&D, I don't have to hold back my sarcasm. So if like one of the other characters essentially in the conversation comes at me, I'm just like, okay. Cool. You wanted a serious answer? I speak only in riddles. Not like literally, but almost. Because like the character that was taunting the other person my character's hanging out with at the moment also is like, so, because apparently they have history, which is funny because I don't know it, but it's like, so are you at least normal? And I'm like, depends on your definition of normal. The answer is no. Hysteria is not normal. Normal for maybe a wizard illusion. Illusion wizard. She's not normal by any other stretch of the imagination. Then again, maybe a little bit if you consider where they are and questing and stuff. But yeah, no, I'm just having fun with that. I'm just like, well, the answer, not answers. Love those. Because then if someone seriously wants, like, ask a serious question, like, what spells do you have? Shh, I will answer it, but ask me if I'm normal, you're gonna get a obviously not, but not obviously answer. Ooh, a wild crawdaunt. Though, have I ever played a normal character? Probably not. My monk. She probably was the closest to normal. She was definitely the most sane one of the group. Was it a ranger? Probably was the most, once again, most normal of the group, but she was definitely not normal, so. What you gonna do? This is me we're talking about. I don't do normal. Okay, so looking at this, I do think like this lower part here is too straight. Okay, so what we got here shape-wise that I can pull from. It's just kind of... Wait. Oh, that's the wrong layer. Just do a little thing like that, I think. I do want to do another drawing of my rogue soon. In fact, if you were paying attention when I... well, you might have noticed, I wouldn't say you were paying attention, if you were looking at all the other things other than what I was pointing out when I went out to all projects on this file. You would have seen the rogue. I think I can show you real quick. This is my rogue. This is what I have for the moment. And I drew this for the campaign. To kind of just have a headshot for the online stuff for her. But I've also drawn some other people's characters as well for that campaign. But I do have this. So soon she will get drawn, but it might be. I might sketch it later. 1 second. That is on my list of things to do, Dragon. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was on the list I sent you a Mousy that one time. I do want to do a sketch of the Saturday night party. Kind of just vibing in our tent. Or in somebody's house, I guess, now. I don't know. It would be kind of funny to draw them just all hanging out in the kitchen. Slash, like, yeah. Oh, I need to put together. Okay. I'm going to write a note for myself. Here, cause I need to remember to get you the things for decide on the plans for my house. Plans of the house. Cause I like kind of had thoughts, but I never really finalized them. Oh, listen to go back. I can type. And I'm not going to give details. Like, I'm not going to be too crazy, but I want to at least kind of like... We have a rough idea. Cause, if nothing else... I have ideas. If nothing else, it'll be just fun. You know! Now I'm tempted to try that, actually. It would be kind of fun to try to build it in The Sims 4. It might be a fun way of figuring out where stuff needs to go. I feel like that's too much effort. But at the same time, it kind of sounds like fun. I haven't opened The Sims 4 in forever. I need to get through that. And you see, I think it's actually not just rumors. I think it's official that they're adding horses. I haven't looked at the official news in forever. You're still working, so you're looking all good. It is appreciated. Yeah, if it's not, it's been rumored for so long now at this point that it was going to be something related to horses that I'm not completely sure that it is. If that makes sense. And I'm just like, is it, or are you guys just like saying that for a thumbnail clickbaity title situation? You know what I mean? Okay, do I have a... Yes. Perfect! Love those. The answer is yes, I have an ankle that has the inside of the wrist. Okay, so looking. Let's see, so on the thumb side, there's definitely a little bit of curve. That feels like a little bit much, probably. Kind of like that. And this side is pretty much how I drew it, almost. But I'm just saying, like here, might need to do a little bit of a like not so narrow. Okay, so let's get rid of. Turn this layer off for a second. Let's get rid of what's on this layer. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. I'm curious how long like the actual whatchamacallit, texturing and stuff is gonna take for this. So on one hand I'm like, I don't know that it's gonna take that long. On the other hand I'm like, is it though? You know? Kind of annoying that I don't know where some of that stuff is coming from, but that's fine. Let's find this a little bit. Do do do. Do, 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 do. The nice thing about this character is that the colors are already decided. That's one of the things I have enjoyed about doing the fan art stuff. Is like I don't have to decide what color things are. That is decided for me. For the most part. That part's been nice. I almost feel like the wrist bit of the glove needs to be thicker. Maybe it needs to like... like that, maybe? See, that feels almost too much. So what if I do it somewhere in the middle between the two? Like that, maybe. Girls, are you bathing? Zoe Grace, come here. Alright, you got Zoe. Lucy, it's okay, baby. What's she bossing you around about now? Hmm? Zoe was being a little bit mean. Just a bit. But yeah, I think that definitely looks better. Definitely looks better. Alright. Let's turn this back up to full so that it doesn't look weird. I'm gonna pull up my reference images on my phone. Also because I just want to really quickly boop through them. These are all the Witchcraft Scott ones. Let's see. They're like any detail that I feel like I'm missing. Got those and the butters. Could add it tops of the shoes, but I don't really feel like they would show here. You know, I like that glove design a little better. I might do more with that. I might tweak the glove design when we get to that part. I might come back to that. Either way, it's a fingerless glove. It's just... is it like a tight one? Kind of like I've drawn, or is it like a loose edge? Do you think a trim on that part makes sense? I also think this would Oh, that's the wrong layer. Yeah, I want to do like a one of all of the D&D characters from a Saturday campaign hanging out in some way. And like I'll put little Easter eggs in it, which will be fun. I won't say what some of those are because yeah. But I have thoughts about Easter eggs. But one of the issues I have with that at the moment is I have the headshots. Headshot of 1, headshot of 2. I would honestly call one of them more of a portrait shot than a headshot. I have 3 out of the 5 of us. I have 3 of the character designs, not all of them. So. Lurking while melting. Hi, Starmy. I'm assuming you're saying you're melting because it's hot. It's raining here. It is still warm, but it's raining. So if I were melting, it would be because of a different reason. Ooh, a wild Medicon? Oh, that one looks fun. If anyone wants to try to catch that Pokemon. It might be really close to being not catchable because I didn't know that I got that right away, but... Key. 11 p.m. and nearly 20 degrees. Okay, let me translate that for myself. I think I know how much that is, but I'm going to translate it anyways because I enjoy translating. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, it's 11 p.m. and it's 68. That is a bit warm. Not too bad if that's in the middle of the day, but... Right, see, 27, let's see, what is it technically? Technically, it's only 61 outside right now. But that's because it's been raining. Yeah, it's... Hold on, I had it open and then I closed it. I don't know why I did that. 20 Celsius is 68 Fahrenheit. So, yeah, it's a little... It's 16 Celsius here at the moment. But I think it's also still humid, so it might be a little warmer than that. But you guys are at 27? Oof. 80. Ouch. Oh, basically 81. Ugh. Hopefully, the rain that is at my place will come to you guys. It should. It's been raining all day. It's a high of 70, which... You're happy at like 10, 15. Yeah, exactly same. But yeah, we have rain today, rain tomorrow, rain Friday, rain Saturday, sunny on Sunday at the moment, thunderstorms on Monday, rain on Tuesday, thunderstorms on Wednesday. Yeah. Just like, can we not? Like, I want a few days of rain, don't get me wrong. I want a few days. I don't necessarily want 6 days of rain. Looking at the other factors. 88% humidity. Ugh. No kidding. So, it's like I like it when it's raining, But the pressure, humidity, temperature thing that's been going on the last couple days is probably part of the reason I'm just like out of it. Oh, in all honesty, I've definitely felt like the little hint that you might be dizzy. You know, like when you are sick or whatever, and like you start to like sit up too fast, kind of like that, but a very minimal. Like you just move a little bit, and you're just like, "Am I about to? No, I'm not gonna get dizzy." That has been happening a little bit, and I'm just like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I thought that was just a me problem, but then my boss and I were talking about it. She asked me if like I'd been noticing anything. I was like, well, and I mentioned that and then she mentioned that, and I was like, oh, so it's not just me. No, Clara, it's not just you. Surprise! Yesterday, honestly, me being off a little bit off was partly my own fault, but I'd also like to blame Starbucks because they didn't have the food I wanted to eat for dinner. And I didn't know that till I'd already ordered it, and it was basically too late to get anything else, so I had to take a second choice. And then I didn't end up eating the main protein. Slightly Starbucks fault. But it was also the fact that I had double coffee in the morning because I was so tired. And then at Starbucks, I also had a drink that had 3 shots of espresso in it. So then I got to D&D and I was like, I am jittery. And that, when I'm like in that state of high sugar, high caffeine, yeah. It's like I'm hyper. Oh dear. It's fine for D&D. It was fine. Maybe I laughed one too many times, but it was just, nobody cares. I was amused by a lot of things, but the thing is, I will also say, most of it, if not all of it, was funny in one way or another, so it was fine. We were all laughing. We laugh so much at D&D, it's ridiculous. It's just like, I feel like more laughing than talking happens, and there's a lot of talking. Do. One of the reasons I'm so glad I have one D&D group, let alone 2, because it's just the vibes. It brings back my like energy that work tends to just like suck out of me. Like D&D is like, here you go, have that back. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate it. Cause the weird thing is, like, as an introvert, normally I'm drained by social situations. Not D&D. I was up till like 12, and I could have stayed up later if I had let myself, but I didn't. Part of that was probably the espresso shots in my drink. But I did that so that I wasn't tired. You're happiest at about 23, honestly? I'm confused by that statement. Because I don't know whether you're talking about age, which you're off, by the way, or temperature. Oh, I was like, in the context of what I was just talking about, I was like, 23, what, 23 the hour of the day? But since when does Dragon do military time? Also, 11 o'clock at night would not be the time I would think people are the happiest. Ah, you're responding to Stormy. That makes sense. 23, what's that? That's what happens when there's like like I'm having a conversation with myself, and then there's chats having a conversation. I get confused. 73. Okay. Yeah, I would say, honestly, I'm happiest around 68, 65, 68. If you remove all other factors, because it's like, it's just chilly enough that I can wear a sweatshirt if I want to. 65 probably. So 18. I'm rounding. It's just like, it's cold enough I can wear a sweatshirt if I want to. You know, vibes. But it's also not cold enough that I'm cold. Saying that, when we lived in California and it was basically that. General vibes. Oh, well, it's closer to 70. 72 all year round. I got tired of it very, very quickly. Didn't help that the grass was basically not green and there were basically no trees, but I mean, it was green. It's not the same though. It was pokey, dry grass. I don't even know if it really should classify as grass. It was not nice. Thank you for giving Stormy the shout out, Dragon. Okay, what should I do next? So add the trim to that. We've done the arms, which honestly was the part I was going to struggle with. The background? Honestly, not sure what to do with the window. I may just take off the tree and just do the flowers in the window bed. And then I want to do basic walls. A basic like stucco wall, or yeah, stucco wall because that's easier to texture. Though, okay, now I'm curious. I'm gonna look it up, even though I'm not making my. I'm not sticking to Canon super closely. Honestly, I was. YouTube. That's not cool. Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Look at the thumbnail. Actually, it's brick. It's black brick. Technically. Or is that diorite and calcite? I think that's diorite and calcite. So stucco wouldn't be too far from it. So that's fine. Yeah, if I was sticking super close to Canon, there's a couple things I would have to change. But that's one of the fun parts. It's like I'm close to Canon, but some people go so off Canon, but then it still kind of works. Honestly. But there are certain things that's really hard to figure out just from looking at the Minecraft skin, which I can show you. Like, that's what I'm working with right now. So I have seen a lot of artwork, and I'm basing some of my decisions based off like what everybody else is seeing, as well as like what I understand of it. The hair is gonna be so much fun. Like the hair has already been fun, even though I had to completely redo it. Like, I'm so happy I did. But the hair is gonna be so much fun to texture because it's gonna have the red and the blue in it, and stripes. Red and blue, orange and blue. So, where are we at on time? You're welcome, Stormy. Honestly, not feeling like doing the colors today. I feel like that's another time thing. I don't know why. I don't know if you can hear the screaming. They're fine. You're trying to finish Super Ambitious UHC spawn for Saturday? Ooh. It's all good. You don't need to apologize. You know how it is. So, let's see. What could we do? Is there anything in here that I feel like I could just, like, tweak away at? Let's pull out of this section specifically. That's probably where we would live if we were gonna do anything else art-wise today. I'm just kind of looking through the whips and going, is there anything here that I want to like actually work on? Or should we switch to Minecraft? Or my dad? Because I think it's a good stopping point. I want to stop, let that sit for a little bit. Probably start coloring it. Well, tomorrow. I'm busy tomorrow. Probably start coloring it on Friday. But I will definitely try to post like updates in the Discord and stuff. Yep, there's one project we could start working on that I don't know. We'll wing it. It's fine. Where does it? One thing. Why are these not? Oh. Why are these not where they go? I go here. See, what's a good size? That one's probably good. It was 2005, 1000. I'm rounding up. So there's this option here. Maximum layers 520. I think we should be good on that one. Ooh, a wild Salazi appears in chat if everyone wants to try to catch it. 300 DPI should be fine. Color profile. We'll leave that as is. Hamlet settings, good quality. Yeah. Sure. Should be everything. I don't think I need to do higher DPI for it. Probably not. If you're doing anything for online stuff, you don't normally have to do higher DPI. You start with a high DPI, but you're not going to keep it, so. The internet tends to make things tiny. Where is... Oh, right. I'm re-piecing together those. I haven't imported them from my other iPad yet. Okay. Just go here and make one. Not that. Oh, the Sazzle escaped. Nobody tried to catch it. That color as well. Let's rearrange this a little bit. We'll put all the purples down here. Oh, stop doing things. There we go. Not letting me do the right things there. There we go. Should be good. I can pull other colors. Did I have a pink I kind of was going with though? I'd generally say probably this one. So we'll just add that one there. What else? In fact, I should go to here. Let's see, we've got some more colors I probably would incorporate to this. Mid-tone would be probably that. Yeah, this one right here is what it is. Okay. So I do have that one. Pop in some colors. Do I have some things to pull from? Okay. Start with... I think we got that kind of background. Hi, Zoe. White and black, because I always want white and black on them. And the color palette, because when I do this, then it's easier to get. Okay. It's not quite the right shape, but we'll work with it. Yeah, I need to just make sure I keep. Can I actually just canvas crop? Gets closer to that. Oh. There we go. Boop, 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 doo. Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay. Okay. So we've got. I think you guys will be able to figure out what this is really quickly. But not a secret. It's just something I've been meaning to work on, so we might as well start working on it because then it will have been started, and that's sometimes the hardest part, you know? Though starting projects is notoriously something you do when you're procrastinating. Actually, I don't want that there. I haven't decided. That's not in fact what I want. I want this to be a little bit straighter, please. The eraser just a little bigger. Rough sketch, it doesn't need to be straight. It's fine. Why is it switched to eraser on me? That's annoying. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this. I'm gonna completely redraw that. It's fine. Just do sketch. Okay, so we've got the plant there. No, not there. Okay, so let's put in the main thing here. So we got written in better handwriting eventually. Actually, no, that makes sense. Okay. But I want it to be a little. Maybe it can be smaller. Maybe the circle one just needs to be smaller. A little bit of some of the butterfly lights, I think. Though they might not be lights depending on how I design this. But I want them represented because butterflies are awesome. There we go. That's how you do it. You do this, this, this. You get butterfly shape. Do maybe a smaller one. Something like that. That one might be too close to the edge. I think that was too close to the edge. This one. Would have little plants in it, and then we'll put, I think, twinkly lights. Oops, excuse me. Swirly, twinkly lights in this one. It may just be twinkly lights and not the string part of the twinkly lights. Depends if I want it to look like a jar of lightning bugs or some fairy lights. And then I don't know, we'll put in the hexagonal one. Pardon me, just had to cough for a second. Goodness. Oh no, the bumblebee escaped. Let's see what else we want to do. See, that's at a slight angle. I don't think that actually should be a slight angle. I think maybe it should be more of a... And that means that like the baseline of where the bottom of the text goes needs to adjust a little bit. I think that is what we need to do here. Which, like, I'm about to like go through all the headlines I just made, but that's fine. Just seeing the concept as I go. Fix those two. See what else we got here. We got what's that say? We'll put some like random titles on all of these, I think, just for the vibes. Let's see, we got just like I'm looking at the books that are actually on my bookshelf right now. Or one that's just got journal on the side of it. Then we can just put and gibberish. I will put actual things on those. Maybe we do put like I might actually remove this up just a little. Do that. That's just where we'll put how do I do that? Do it this way, I think. It's supposed to be a dragon. I don't know that that's quite turned out like a dragon, but I will make it a dragon when I finish it. We'll just do like that as like a little dragon thing. It looks like a horse. I might also do a horse in fairness. But that's a little bit of a more obscure reference for me. Something like that, probably. I've been wanting a new actual like starting soon screen. So I think this will work perfect. I want to find a way to incorporate some things. So I do want there to be a little bit of motion, which I'll have to try to figure out. But maybe do a little bit of a thing here. Yeah, it definitely feels like that's a little bit angled. Weird. What else should we have? I was thinking just like a... Is that not quite big enough? I don't think so. Like a frame here. Could work on the exact shape for logo of thing. Put that there. I do need to leave room. Oh, I actually don't need to. Because I'll just, don't need to really leave room for anything because I can just put a little thing here for the alerts. The back and forth alert thing. The latest events. Can go there. If I decide to keep that. Then what else do I have on my starting screen? Let's pop over to the starting screen for a second. We're starting soon. I do technically have the follower goal on there. I'm not picky about keeping the follower goal on there, to be completely honest. Because it's on most of my other scenes. It's also no longer that big of a deal. It's just a number. I mean, to be fair, it was just a number before, but... I'm just gonna do a stick figure of it at the moment. But I'm thinking... Oh, that's not the right way to do that. I'll do one of my like Ahsoka Funko Pops. Except I did not do this right because that's. I can draw. Something like that. What else? What else do we have that would make sense? Probably something Minecraft related would also make sense. Because I do play a lot of Minecraft. I don't know. Might just sneak that in a different way. Maybe one of the books will have like a Minecraft creeper on it. We just kind of make this book a Minecraft book. Kind of drawing a creeper face is a bit of a pain because I don't know what I'm doing, but no. Close enough. It almost looks like it's a creeper but with a mustache. Somehow. So what I would do, and I will do this because I want to show you what I'm thinking. But it means I have to cover it up for a second. One moment. Almost got it. Did I not favorite that? Why is that not favorited? I know I have it in here somewhere. Hold on. here somewhere. We'll grab that one. Where's the button? No, not gonna. I want to download it. Where's the download option? This options? No. No. Okay. That's always weird where they don't actually have like a text. I know you can't see, but Google Drive on iPad doesn't have like an actual like clear text option to download it. You have to like hold on the image. Instead of like clicking one of the dotted bits. So it makes it a little difficult to. I'm just kind of thinking like some sort of like circle frame here. Circle. I said circle. And then it didn't take it. Circle. Oh, the circle. To here. Just gonna do maybe a frame, or I might just do some other thing on this bit to make the logo of, you know, whatever. But then also have something to put there, possibly something like behind it. Anyway, that if I don't have either the RQSMP or the Cookie Chaos logo on, I can just Cookie Chaos, Chaos Cookie. At this point, it's all of the above. It's collective and an SMP. This is what I'm kind of thinking. And then the wall will be this color, probably, with some texture on it. But and I'm not sure whether I'm going to do like wooden letters or whether those are going to be like neon lights. I do love my neon lights. As I like I have multiple. I love my one neon light, and I would love more. But oh, maybe that's what I can make this is the neon light. I don't know. And it just also happens to have the logo in it, because I could make the logo a little smaller. Right, and like obviously the logo would be on. The logo would be on my OBS layers, not on this. I'm just putting it there for reference. And I could always just do. Yeah. I could basically just recreate my life light. Which honestly, what I would need to do is do that. I would do. I don't know why I drew on the same layer for, but just mimic the light I have, maybe. Something like this. And then just do a light here. Even just like a mic shape that is there when these logos aren't. And I could even just make it part of the OBS layer. So that I can just turn that bit on and off as well. But I think, actually, no, reduce that back to where it was. I think that whole thing needs to be smaller. Like that, I think. Okay. Might shift some things over a little bit as well. Could do a shift. This like. I think a little over would probably be good. Like there. But I think this will be cool. Fix that a little bit. Definitely a rough sketch, but that's how we do. Okay. So, and with that, it was a little bit before I normally end, but I am starting to feel tired. And it's time for end stream and to see if we can find somebody to raid. I also evidently need an ending stream thing, but that can be another time, another day. Let me see what we've got. Generation to break. Ocean craft. I'm just gonna my following list. It's easier, but then I have to also say show all, and that makes it just like 3 clicks to see my entire list. I don't know that I'm seeing anybody to raid. Does one of my mods have a suggestion? If they're still here. Might not be. They might have gone to dinner. Alright. I'm gonna give it. Kalia said he is playing Minecraft. Yes, I can see that. Noe. Thank you. Not really, no? Okay. I figured, because I think... Yeah. I mean, we don't follow all the same people, but... Thought you might not have anybody. I was figured I would ask the mods. Alright, I think that's going to be it for me today. Obviously, like I said, ending stream. Should be back on Saturday, all things going according to plan. We might be trying to find a camel, a cookie. We might be doing something else. I don't know who's doing what and where and why. We haven't figured that out yet, but Dragon and I should be back on Saturday, which will be fun. And hopefully I will see you then. I don't remember. I feel like I'm forgetting to say something. Oh, I will try to remember to post the progress whips of the one I've been working on today, mostly in Discord, but I will probably also post them on Twitter. So, there is that. Thank you everybody for hanging out and for the subs and stuffs and things and the lurks. It is all very much appreciated. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day. And a good tomorrow. You are very welcome to me.